know you like that. Yeah, I know you like that.
Yeah, man, it's Easily Offended Podcast.
Chicago, nigga.
Hey. Hey, that I don't think, man, 50 get the credit he deserved.
Nah,
for
bro.
how he changed the landscape of music. Like, I don't know if motherfuckers don't really remember how like 50 was basically blackballed. Like, because when he came out with that How to Rob an Industry nigga, motherfuckers really took offense to that shit.
Very
and he was
much
talking
so.
about, he mentioned some of everybody in that song. So no, like 50 was like toxic. You know what I'm saying? And so, but he started dropping them mixtapes.
Oh, man,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Hey.
And he built up that buzz, and he got with Shady Aftermath, man. And then when he dropped that Get Rich or Die Trying, it was just
It was a
over.
wrap, bro.
It was over. But after that, when artists started doing their mixtapes and shit, like mixtapes were a thing, but 50 changed the way niggas did that shit, man.
Yeah,
And I don't think people really give him that credit.
He was like one of the first ones to take people's beats and rhyme over them before Lil Wayne did Dedication and all that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
I mean, you know, because DJs was always doing that shit. Like, you always had motherfuckers like niggas like Funk Flex, DJ Clue, K Slay, play instrumental on niggas coming to the radio station freestyle. But like 50 was doing that shit himself. Like, it wasn't a DJ mixtape. These was my G-Unit shit.
yeah,
You know?
G-Unit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, man, they used to come in Tony Sports and like buy, like, we had God's Plan 1, No Mercy, No Fear, all them joints, and they used to come in and buy the hell out them joints. And that was like the hit of the beef with him and Ja Rule. Like, that was like,
No, and that was another thing. Like, he capitalized because niggas had started kind of talking shit about Ja Rule, like singing on shit, you know, so doing all the records with Ashanti, and then like 50 just came and just, man, he dropped that wankster shit. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna play that. I was gonna start the song, but I ain't want nobody to take offense to it. You know, people out here get easily offended nowadays. So,
That nigga talking about me?
right? Like,
nigga, we wasn't even thinking
we
about
wasn't
you.
even
You know
thinking
what I'm
about you,
saying?
brother.
Like, hey, nigga, if the shoe fits,
You wear it.
put that motherfucker on. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
bro,
Get to
Sean,
stepping.
what's going on, man? It's been a minute. You know what I mean?
Man. Yeah, man.
You've been in and out. You know what I'm saying? Moved to Indiana.
Darkness is back.
Darkness is back.
It's a goddamn eclipse in this. But it's out there back, and I moved out back to the country, Indiana. Been hanging out in the South Burbs.
This nigga's an indie animal.
I remember that. The indie animal.
Them niggas had the nerve of having White Sox jerseys, man. Wow. But continue, please.
Do Indiana even have a sports team?
Yeah.
Other than the
Pacers.
The Pacers. And Gary has his own.
It was the Colts, Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Gary has his own baseball team.
The
Rail
Steelheads.
Cats.
Oh, I thought it was the Steelheads.
They had the basketball team Steelheads.
Oh, the basketball team is a Steel.
Yeah.
I thought it was the baseball team was a Steelhead.
The baseball team is the Rail Cats, and they got their own stadium.
Yeah, I've driven past the stadium because the stadium right up the Skyway.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So-
I've seen the stadium.
So is it a football team?
This guy.
Nigga, we just
Sorry.
The baseball.
were you not paying attention to the whole fucking conversation?
I'm-
Niggas,
Hey.
you said the only sport the niggas did not mention.
I'm still recovering from last night, man.
Jesus Christ, god damn.
Yeah, but the pool party's been going crazy out there.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay.
Debauchery.
Debauchery. Oh yeah, this one out there in Hammond, Indiana, right?
I've been going to the same one, but now I'm just closer. Yeah. Even I went. It's so much that the chick who hosted, she gonna come up to me. She was like, "Damn, Sean." I say, every time you come here, we be seeing you. We see y'all getting lucky type of shit. I'm like, well, what you want me to do? Cause I get in free because I do the flyers and shit. She's like, we gonna have to start charging your ass because every time you come here, you getting lucky. I'm like, well, what you want me to do?
Hey, this is not a brothel, Miss Lady. This is the even exchange. I provide my talent, and you provide me free access.
That's right. I can't help it.
Apparently, there's multiple talents that you
Hey,
provide.
the host chose. I can't help myself.
You know the rules of the game, pretty Tony. Your bitch chose me.
Bro, my pinky fingernail about this long. And shit.
They gonna call you Steely Behemoth.
Got the ladies creaming.
Oh my God, man! It's been a while, man. Summertime, we are full effect of summertime shy.
Full effect, nigga. It's almost over. It's
Right.
over.
I mean, but you know,
Trying
it's
to go
just,
back to school, nigga.
it's just all the festivals that came around.
Yeah,
you
all
know
that
what I'm
shit's
saying?
over. And speaking of festivals, Farewell Silver Room Block Party, man. Just had the last
Yeah,
one, man.
yeah,
It's truly the end of an era.
I gotta get an applause for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I watched. Corner Convo had Eric on there.
Yeah,
know what I'm
shout
saying?
out to
Watched
Corner
that.
Convo.
Yeah, we watched. You know what I'm saying? So that was a dope interview, man. And I get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and everything. Nothing lasts forever, man. Everything has to come to an end. It's just a shame. It seemed like, I mean, it went on for a long time because I remember when I remember going to a Silver Room block party back in when the old Silver Room,
right,
and not knowing what the fuck was going on.
Right.
I didn't know because like my mans was in them was just up there. This was back in like 2008, somewhere around there. I can't. Maybe it was 2008, but somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember going up there. I had never been to the Silver Room. I didn't know what the fucking Silver Room was. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, man, we up here at the Silver Room. You know what I'm saying, on Milwaukee. And I'm just like, nigga, what the fuck is the Silver Room? What do they have there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas just in there buying silver chains. You know what I'm saying?
No, this is platinum, son.
It's like
Yeah.
Ponderosa.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a good time back then.
Yeah. But I went back there and it was just in the alley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Behind the joint, you go through there. They had the shit open. They had the big doors in the back of the store, and I had a good ass fucking time.
A great time.
And but I remember that first year, they had it on 53rd Street. And that was before everybody really found out about it because it was when the Silver Room first got to 53rd.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was like, it wasn't like how it got to be where it was just so congested.
Right.
That first year, it was just all spread out. And I just remember, man, I'm sitting on the corner of fucking 53rd and Harper, right in front of where the Sweet Green is now. But I remember the Coconuts used to be right there. You know what I'm saying? For the old school Hyde Park niggas. The Coconuts was right there on 53rd, the corner of 53rd and Harper.
Starbucks was right there on the corner where Sweet Greens was.
Starbucks came there right after the Coconuts left.
Yep.
That's what, you know what I'm saying? So, and I just remember sitting there like, bro, I'm sitting here with a fucking fifth and a blunt, standing on the corner of fucking 53rd and Harper. And you know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of the fucking day. Like this is unprecedented territory right now. You know what I'm saying? Like this is amazing.
and it had a ball.
Oh, it was a wonderful time. Wonderful fucking time. And then, like, you know what I'm saying, then the next year, there's more people found out about it.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where, like, that last year they had on 53rd, it was just it was so congested, bro. It wasn't even like, it was fun, but you couldn't really move.
You couldn't move.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I get why they moved it. And but I went to the one where they had on the lakefront last year.
Yeah.
Saturday, I went both days last year. Saturday was much better than Sunday. Sunday, it kind of fizzled out.
Okay.
This year, they moved it. It was still on the lake, but they just moved it to a different part. And yeah, man, it was a really fucking good time.
Did you see Moonchild? I think Moonchild.
Moonchild was there. Yeah. So I was there. So I saw them.
I heard Tall Black Guy.
I saw Tall Black.
They said his show was amazing.
So I missed his set, but I got the chance to get up with him, because you know what I'm saying, we go way back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, he's another Rell, so I always, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So I was like, what up, Rell? You know what I'm saying. So we always got this. So I was able to chop it up with him. It was good to see that brother because I hadn't seen him in the flesh in a long time. If you ain't up on Tall Black Guy, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought that was me.
He's a little taller than you.
Well, goddamn.
But yeah, no, Tall Black Guy, one of the dopest producers out here, man. Nice. He's just such a talented musician, man, and just being able to see his growth over the years. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they said Knife Wonder set was really dope on Sunday. I missed that.
Knife Wonder was on Threads, and he was like, because you know Threads has unlimited. You don't have 140 characters. He put a whole paragraph. He was like, Chicago has to be one of the dopest places to DJ, especially when the crowd is all over 35. We went from fucking Coldplay to fucking Lenny Williams to fucking Chief Keef to fucking Tribe to Shaka Khan.
Yeah, we fuck with all that shit.
Stevie Wonder. And he was just like, the energy was just so crazy. Yeah. He was like, Chicago, I love y'all, man. Because y'all really showed out. And I saw pieces of his set. Yeah. Like, it was nuts.
So,
did you go to a Silver Black Room party like back in the day?
Back in the day, I hit like 2 of them.
Okay.
It was right by the house.
Yeah, it was right down the street. Yeah, so you was right there.
Yeah. But it was a good send off. The weather was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the weather. It had good weather for it. I had some good ass pizza while I was there. They had an Uncle Nearest booth, which is crazy because it was just like they was giving away shots. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And I bought a drink And I paid for a double, and I was like, this shit really wasn't that strong. So I just went to the Uncle Nearest booth, got me a couple of shots, and I just pour these in there. And wouldn't you know it? You know what I'm saying? And we actually, it was crazy. I don't know if you saw Sid posted that shit. It was some shit I forgot. Like, we took a picture. It was we was in Rolling Out magazine.
Yeah. Oh, you were?
Yeah, me, Sid, Rob,
Nice.
Cos, and June from the Hip Hop Unplugged podcast.
Right.
Yeah, we all took a picture. It was in Rolling Out. He posted that shit like, damn, I completely forgot we did that shit.
Damn,
You know
that
what I'm
is
saying?
crazy.
Yeah, so it was a good time, man. Like, so farewell to the Silver Room.
Farewell, man. Shout out to
man.
Eric, Silver Room.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the end of an era. You know what I'm saying? But you know, things change, man. The only thing consistent in life is change. Everything evolves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know it's gonna be on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, man.
But it was good while it lasted, man. If you ain't never gone, if you missed those days,
Yeah, man. I had to miss it. I had to work the Black Women Expo at the gig. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I missed out.
I thought it was because you was out of.
No, well, yeah, I did.
Yeah, because that was last week.
Yeah.
That was last
See,
week. Yeah.
I'm
this
still
guy.
recovering from
Yeah,
last
yeah.
night. Shout out to the 93
This
boys.
guy.
We're this podcast. We're going to be high because they told me this was. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah. So like, I went. How should I start this? Like, because it's a very sentimental story. So me and my dad used to do road trips all the time, and
Nigga had the
CB.
station wagon.
right. My dad used to have a station wagon, and those are for the listeners out there and for the viewers out here that don't know my dad, of course. He has a CB in his car, and if you guys don't know what a CB is, it's basically like it's like a high-powered fucking walkie-talkie that you put in your fucking car, right?
It's a radio for like truckers usually.
Yeah, truckers,
communicate.
and then and people that just grew up in that time, right? So we went on this. He used to take me on road trips all the time when I was a kid. He had a station wagon back in the day, and I used to post up in the back. I had my snacks, my blanket, my pillow, and I used to be out there just chilling. It was a great time.
Indeed.
So, you know, those who knew it, my mom passed about 6 years ago, and I haven't been back to our hometown in about 30 years.
What's the hometown?
Her hometown is Pulaski, Illinois.
Some shit you ain't never heard of.
Some shit you ain't never heard of. Nigga,
The only reason I know what that shit is because you. Like,
Right.
The first time you told me, like, nigga, you talking about Pulaski, nigga,
Right.
Right.
over west?
Right. Like, you on the
talking
west side?
about 95th and Pulaski, nigga?
So I thought it was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I finally had got approved to have that Sunday off for work. So that Monday, I called my dad that night, like, hey, you still going? He said, yeah. I'm like, cool. I instantly thought about my son, Justin. I'm like, you know what? Justin's been down there when he was 5. So I was like, you know what, Justin, this weekend you rolling with me and Grandpa. He's like, all right, I don't have a choice, right? No.
Right. What's he doing?
You don't have a choice. So we pile up in the car Friday morning. You know what I'm saying? Now my dad, he has this 2022 Lincoln MXZ truck. MKZ truck, right?
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Still has the CB in it.
Well, damn.
So I was like, how did you...
Right.
Why do you even have? You have GPS. You have the latest technology in this car.
Still breaker.
Breaker Flock 44 is his handle. Flock 44 is his handle. So he was like, yeah, he like it really like I literally had to take to somebody to unplug stuff.
Oh, yeah, you
from-
got to retrofit that.
Yeah, he had to retrofit it into the car. He got the big antenna on top.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So boom, we hit the road. As soon as we got on the expressway, we rolling. We get about 30, 50 miles out of Illinois, and now he's talking to the truckers like, yo, where's the traffic stops? Where's the construction?
nice.
Because he's trying to find out the best route to get there.
Right.
And he like this one. And then he's talking to people. Now, this thing stretches. Like, he's talking to people in California,
Oh, yeah.
God.
fucking New Orleans.
It's radio frequencies, yeah.
It's
yeah.
radio frequency. So he was like, some days it's good, some days it's bad. Justin's in the back chilling. He's like, who is Grandpa talking to? So we had
Oh, you know, he has no concept. He don't understand none of that
no
shit.
concept of this at all. So, you know, he has no concept of it all. So we explained to him what it was. But the trip was very sentimental for me to ride with my dad. 3 generations in a car. You know what I'm saying? We riding down. And my dad, for those you don't know, my dad was a road manager for Chess Records. So his closest friends was Marvin Gaye, the Shy-Lights. You know what I'm saying? These was like his friends. Nice. So he's telling me all these stories of when they was on the road of back in the day, traveling using the Green Book. My son's like, what the hell is the Green Book? What are you talking about? He was like, so back in the day when we worked for the label, we had a Green Book, and it was all black people that had this, this book that basically told you what towns were sundown towns.
Yeah, where to go, where you could eat.
Where you could eat.
Where it was safe. Basically, the places that was safe for black people where you were traveling on the road.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it was.
I need one of those for Inglewood.
Don't turn down this block.
Yeah. No, but that was like a very, very important thing because if you stopped in the wrong place, you know what I'm saying, it could be over for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he was just telling us all types of stories on the way down there. He was showing us some great places, and he took us to this famous place that's in Missouri called Lambert's. If anybody that's ever been on a road trip or whatever that happened to pop up to this place, if you go, it's an amazing time. And when I tell you they feed you. Mind you, it's a Friday at fucking, I think it was like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. You get there, the lady says the wait's 45 minutes. It's a stupid line outside and on the inside. You go inside, it's history everywhere. The place was established in 1942. He has they have the original owner, which was the father or whatever, your grandfather, great-great-grandfather.
Did they make the Green Book?
Yeah, my dad was like, this was one of the places,
nice.
one of the white establishments that we used to go to as black artists that really didn't. He you couldn't come through the front door.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And there was another part of the restaurant you could eat in.
Okay.
Instead of being with, but he was like, they wasn't really tripping, like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It was just kind of like during the time, like it was like if they had allowed people to come through the door, they could get in trouble. They could, you know what I'm saying? They motherfuckers get mad at them and come burn their shit down. So they want to serve you, but it's just like, hey man, you gotta come to the back door. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is,
right? You know what it is.
Indeed.
But the one thing, so I've heard about this place millions of times, and he kept talking about it for years. So we get there, right? So what makes them famous is they have these hot butter rolls. And they're about the size of your fist. They're super hot, super soft, and
pause.
Yeah, pause.
Hot buns.
Right, and they throw them at you. Right. So the way it's set
so
up,
niggas throwing hot, soft buns at you.
Niggas throwing hot, soft buns. Son.
Yeah.
So like all you got to do is raise your hand.
You was catching them shits.
I was catching.
You was catching hot, soft buns.
I'm talking about my man's. Pause. Hey, look, my man's was like damn near 50 feet away from me. He launches it from over the whole restaurant. Perfect throw. Okay. I'm like, boom, Andre Rison.
Wow.
Jerry Rice. Pow, got it. You know what I'm
Nigga
saying?
showing your age. Nigga say Andre Rison.
Right.
Motherfucker.
I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about they feed you.
Okay.
Right? So, my son ordered country fried steak. My dad ordered catfish, greens, macaroni and cheese, and some other shit. I had the meatloaf, mashed potatoes, whatever. And they give you this big old jug of juice, a sweet tea, whatever you want. But as you're eating, they are bringing food around in these old school pots. And they're asking like, "Hey, you want some potatoes?" They come out with apple butter. They come out with baked beans.
I love me some apple butter, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, so fire!
Yeah, man, that fresh, that real, the fresh apple butter, bro.
Fresh apple butter on those hot butter buns.
Sound like a porno.
It's
putting butter on the bun.
It was so fire, but they feed you. And guess how much the whole meal cost?
20?
No,
How much?
$53.
Oh, for all y'all?
For all of us.
Oh, damn.
And my son had chicken tenders because he didn't like the country fried steak.
Man, that's a hell of a deal.
He was like, I don't like it. She's like, don't even worry. We're not going to even charge you for it. We'll just bring your tenders out.
That's a hell
Super
of a deal,
nice lady.
son. Was her name Ma? You know,
I
that
really
Ma,
don't.
Paul? No.
No, I really don't know the lady. It was all. And the thing about out there is it's all white college, not named college kids. They high school kids. Like these are all high school kids that work there, which really shows when you get in the country and you go to these restaurants, there's all high school kids working. There's no older people at all. It's strictly teenagers.
Well,
taking
that's the
care.
type of jobs that that's how. And then a lot of times you go to these places, they're like time capsules.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They still do the things the way they've basically always done it. You know what I'm saying?
right. They have like old school shit, like fucking telephone, all type shit. My dad, Justin was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "That's a rotary phone. That's what."
A rotary phone.
That's what my dad
Wow.
used to. Yeah, exactly.
Quick sidebar, man. They just reminded me, bro. Do you remember a few years ago, like right before the pandemic kicked off, Hebrew had that little installation? Did you go to that? It was like in Pilsen.
Yes.
So he had this area was like all his like childhood shit, and it was in this crate. Nia was with me, and she went, and it was a cassette tape in there, and she went and picked it up and was like, "Hey, Daddy, what is this?"
Whoa.
I was like, "Whoa!" But she really has no idea.
No idea what it is.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
idea.
yeah, but it was just like, damn, I'm old. I'm sorry.
Right. No,
continue.
You get. So we get Lambert's, we eat, you know what I'm saying? We hit the cousins up. Hey, we're like 20 minutes, 30 minutes away. We're gonna go check in the hotel. You know what I'm saying? So I go see, shout out to my cousin Keela, JB, BJ, all of them. So we go check in the hotel, get with them, and it's country. It's country. Like straight country. The population is 153 people.
Jeez.
That's like this block.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That's like one city block. It's their population for the whole town. You know what I'm saying? So Friday night, we really get there. We meet some of the cousins and everything. Me and my son, we go back to the hotel. We got a pool in the hotel. So me and him outside. We in the water's fucking magnificent. It's like 100 degrees down there. It's hot as fuck. But the day that hit me was Saturday. So Saturday, my cousin Tomcat, shout out to Tomcat, that's his nickname, Tomcat.
All right.
So we're trying to figure out where to go. Right? So me and my son, we wasting time. We go to the mall across the street. The mall, it's like literally a mall.
What do you mean, literally a mall?
Literally a mall, because in Chicago you don't really have malls.
Ain't a whole lot left.
Right.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
not in the city. You got some in the suburbs like Orland still up, like Old Orchard, shit like that.
Old
but like-
Orchard.
But the days like
Chicago Ridge,
Evergreen.
yeah.
I think Forest City is still open.
Forest
It
City's
is.
still open. They got like 4 stores. Probably. I don't know. But we go to the mall to waste time, whatever. And then, so my dad's like, yeah, we're going to bring food over there. So I was like, okay, cool. He like, can you go to Popeyes, order 2 16 pieces, whatever. You know, we're going to bring some food over there. So I ordered that shit. That shit was like $98. When I tell the lady, like, when I'm ordering, she's like, you want it now? I'm like, I will come back and pick it up in an hour. Because I know it's rush time. You guys are busy. We're not leaving for another hour. I don't need the chicken to get cold. I'll come back. So she like, pay for it, $98, pay for the chicken. As soon as I get to the hotel, I get to my dad like, hey, so what time we going over to Tomcat's house? He's like, oh yeah, Tomcat's barbecuing. So I just spent $98 for nothing? Okay. All right. This is how this is going to go. All right. It's cool. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's family. So we get there, and it's a beautiful sight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Tomcat has a double wide house. Trailer, double wide trailer. But it's not your average. It's like the motherfucking MTV Cribs of double wides. You feel what I'm saying? This motherfucker got a jacuzzi. He got a fireplace. It's like a 3-bedroom. He has a living room, a nice sized kitchen with an island, all updated appliances, motherfucking washing dryer.
Okay, shit.
2.5 bath. I'm like, oh shit, okay. This what's up. And then he has like a little small joint in the back where it's like a small house, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even as big as his living room. You know what I'm saying? But it has a small kitchen, has a bathroom, and it has like a front room where you can sleep at. You know what I'm saying? He's like, if you ever come and visit, you can just stay in here. You ain't got to do the hotel situation. His son has a double wide next to that. His daughter-in-law or one of our cousins stay next door to that. My other cousin stays around the corner. This all sits on 35 acres of land that my family owns.
Oh, that's nice, bro.
So it's just like,
Little village over there.
Right. And he's like, it's really split up between the families. You know what I'm saying? Like I think me and my sister, we got like 4 or 5 acres for us because that's what, you know what I'm saying? When our grandparents, my mother's parents passed away, that's what they leave all the kids, whatever.
Nice.
So we're there, we're barbecuing, it's hot as fuck outside. They got a big ass fan that's blowing the breeze. It's super chill. My son got on a 4-wheeler. He had a good time. He went around the block. But then the emotions hit because now it's time to visit my mom's house.
Oh.
That's where it gets. I was like, my dad was like, "You ready?" I'm like, "Oh shit, here you go." Indeed. So I never seen my mom. I remember my mom's house when I was early 13 years old or whatever like that. So I get there, we go around the corner, and then my dad's telling me all the stories because the road is paved. There's 2 lanes. It's just, you know what I mean? And it's not really big. Like you literally think that another car's about to hit you. So we get to the house. Instantly, I get out the car. Tears. I'm picturing all the stories my mother used to tell me about her childhood.
Yeah. Nice.
So I'm seeing it in real time. I'm hearing these. Oh, bro, I was tore up.
Yeah.
I was tore up. For 15, 20 minutes, I cried. I took a video. My dad explained to me what a shotgun house was, and he was like, so the house that she grew up in was rebuilt, not recently, but like about 15 years ago, whatever. But he was like, this part right here was the front entrance of the house, and he like shotgun houses was like the greatest thing ever invented. I'm like, why? Because he's like, you can leave your front door open and your back door open. And, back then they didn't have no air conditioning, but the breeze would come straight through the house. You just leave the bedrooms, living room, all that shit was. You didn't have a living room. It was just a shotgun house. Like it was bedrooms,
pretty much
and a bathroom,
a country studio apartment.
Basically, we're not a studio because you have multiple bedrooms, but it's just, you open up the front door, you see the back door. Okay. So he like back in the day, we used to open up the doors and let the breeze come through. You know what I'm saying? Leave the bedroom doors open and you sleep. He like back then you could sleep with the doors open. Right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to lock that shit. You ain't got to worry about nobody running up in there. And they showed me the water well where they was getting their water from, the odd house where they used to, use the washroom because there wasn't no washroom. There wasn't no plumbing back then. Indeed. You know what I'm saying? So it really took me back. It was a very emotional trip. I came back to the house. I told my cousin, like, bro, like, I literally boo-hoo cried. And they was like, man, cousin, it's been 30 years. Indeed. 30 years. Like, one of my cousins, he like, bro, I was 5 when you was here. Damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? He like, now I'm a grown man. I'm about to get married. You know what I'm saying? BJ, shout out to him. He gets married on April 20th on 420. Nice. And he's like, we're getting married at 420. At that exact time.
Are they gonna have some 420?
Oh yes, okay. They definitely smoke down there. Okay. They definitely, and they got some good.
But they probably
like I was surprised.
Because don't they grow?
About to say, I know they got a patch out there.
Yes, they do. Yeah. It was definitely a good time. Man.
It's crazy, man. Cause like shit, you bring back memories to me. Obviously not, but I remember you like, you know what I'm saying, being in the kitchen. Your mom used to be there, sitting at the kitchen table. You know what I'm saying, telling them stories and shit about. You know what I'm saying, like
moonshine.
Yeah,
my mom used to come back with moonshine and have us fucked up.
Yeah. Miss Brown used to look out for us, man.
Hey, man, they used to come in like a little mason jar. Okay.
Yeah.
She'll come with like 3 or 4 of them joints. You didn't need much.
Oh, no.
You didn't need much.
And you can start an engine with them motherfuckers, Joe.
I'm talking about, man. But it was a good time, man. But it made me realize that family is very important, right? Especially in our community, and the way we were raised. Sometimes our parents may not be together, and they might have ghost children, whatever the case may be. But it made me reflect, like, man, like 30 years.
Damn,
I ain't been down here in 30 years. This is something that should mean a lot more to me. You know what I'm saying? I felt a little guilty about it because I haven't been back. So I had chances to go, but I was just like, no, I'm going to work instead. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know I got bills and shit like that to pay. I'm blessed to have a great job now where I'm able to be like, all right, well, I could take this weekend off and I'm still going to get paid for it. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
So it was dope to be down there for that, and just to see my cousins, and like they coming up here next year.
Nice.
Keela coming up here.
Keela's coming up here.
Hey, I remember when Keela came up here to live for a minute, bro.
It was
Man, that
wild.
summer, nigga, it was gee.
We was lit every day.
Oh my god, nigga, that was what was that was like, man, like 98.
A little bit before that. That was before I started working at the Lark. I was still working at Forest City. I was still working like a JW.
Now it had to have been 98 because I was driving. Or what? No, I wasn't driving yet.
No, yeah, you was, because you remember she was like, man, we was in your car that had no AC. We went out west.
Oh yeah.
Because it was about 98.
Yeah, so it
was
had to
about
be 98. It had to be
Yeah.
98
98.
because I was 16.
Yeah, because I had just
Jeez.
like
You was 16 in 98?
I was 16, 1998.
yeah, I was just starting to work at the Lark. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to. It's been 7 years of limitations. I used to steal out of JW. Me and my managers used to steal at JW. And I remember my cousin, she was like, I want this fly gear. And I was like, I got you. I came home one night, gave her shorts.
And it's crazy you talking about getting fly shit, nigga, out of JW. But back then, niggas used to shop. We used to get the 2 pairs of jeans for $30 or something.
Yeah,
shit,
like shorts was two. The shorts was 2 for $20.
Yeah, Coda was like that. All that shit. Yeah.
The shirts was like 2 for $10 or something crazy. It was
Yeah.
like Old Navy prices.
Yeah, back
Urban
then.
Wise.
So I don't know if you've been to Old Navy lately, nigga. That shit's expensive. but yeah, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, but it was just good. It just, like I said, it made me realize, like, how important family is. So, like, whoever's watching and listening, you know what I'm saying, make sure you get in tune with your family. Because I got a cousin here that was there the week before I came that lives out here in the hundreds, and I never met him.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I just saw his picture, when I left. They sent me a picture. I'm like, oh, shit, I got to connect with him. Because, you know what I'm saying, it's family. And, like, that's why I was just like, man, like, I started thinking, like, how close are you guys? Like, do you have, like, long-term family, like, away? Are you closer to your
I would
family?
say,
Like,
unfortunately, I'm like a real life side baby, so the family is kind of estranged. I'm kind of estranged from the family on my father's side. I mean, we used to hang out a lot when we was kids, but after we grew up, we kind of lost touch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm like you, though. Sometimes when I think about it, I do feel some type of way about it.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you just want to just touch back with them.
Yeah.
You blessed because you got your cousins, shit, fam. Like, this,
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of. So there's, you know what I'm saying. There's family. Like I do see a lot of my family. On my mom's side, we've lost a lot of people. I got family like in South Bend, Indiana. Last time we was up there was for a funeral. You know what I'm saying? It's cousins that I see now. Like, say, yeah, we gonna kick it. I'm gonna come up there, man. Like, even like, you know what I'm saying? When my brother was alive, we used to always talk about, man, like, cause we used to go like. We used to do family reunions, like on my mom's side, the Jennings. They used to have big family reunions every year.
Yeah.
So we used to go on road trips every year for them. That would be like the one time we would travel out of here, because niggas ain't had no money for real.
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
You
So-
look forward to those trips,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, we used to look forward to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the family reunion gonna be
Right,
at this
yeah,
shit?
staying
You know
in
what
a
I'm saying?
hotel,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
continental breakfast
Right.
and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
shit,
motherfucker, it was like,
food.
so we like it was pretty much all around the Midwest or whatever. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So so all the cousins would be there, and we used to, man, Joe. I remember because I was near the. I know we told you a story about the one time that we got in that brawl in
Yes.
in South Bend.
Yes.
Yeah, I won't tell the whole story now, man. But yeah, like niggas used to, like when we got older, like we got into a whole big ass brawl in South Bend, Indiana.
With each other or somebody else?
It was somebody else. No, we the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I'm saying. So like, so we don't see them as much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I do be thinking about that shit because cause with the stuff we used to always talk about, then like people pass on, then so it's like, damn, we were supposed to do this and we were supposed to do that, and then you know what I'm saying, now you don't have the chance, you know what I'm saying? No more.
And it's not to, it's crazy because like I was talking to my dad on the way back. I was like, yo, like when was the last time we had a family reunion? Like, and it made me start thinking about, when you're a podcaster and you think about these topics, you'd be like, damn, like when was the last time, like, do black people still have family reunions like that?
So
like,
you see them, I know, like, man, because like, so on my mama's side of the family, they don't have them like they used to. My father's side of the family, it's always been a struggle. because there's so many and we spread out. But it's like, but I see my father's side of the family a lot more now as an adult than I probably did when we was kids. Like my father like kind of made it a point because family is really important to my pops. And I remember the first time we had a family reunion. Matter of fact, you know Clarence?
Yeah.
My cousin?
Yeah.
When I found out, I was in high school with the nigga all this time.
A great photographer, by the way.
Yeah. Shout out to cousin Clarence and Chris, brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I went to high school with them. They was in Morgan Park. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And I used to see Clarence all the time. And then we had this family reunion in Thule Park, and this nigga rolling up there like, fuck you doing here? Yeah, like, what the fuck you doing here? Like, oh, nigga, I guess we related.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, like, my father used to always tell me, like, yeah, I think you got some cousins that go to Morgan Park. And I used to be like, I don't know these niggas who are. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But yeah, man. So like, nah, we don't have the family reunions like we used to. You know what I'm saying?
And I think one thing when we always talk about on here about the young kids acting wild, right? Yeah. Or like how disconnected the black family is. Like I didn't even know. So this whole time I'm thinking that I'm black and Choctaw, which is my mom's side, right?
Okay. So
my grandmother, which was my mom's mother, was full-blown Choctaw. She was full-blown Indian, 100% Indian. But my grandfather was Creole.
Wow.
I have Creole in my genes as well. So now I'm black, Creole, and Indian, Choctaw Indian. So I never
you just
knew
like you like a super light skin.
right.
I sound like a good ass menu. Creole, Indian. Black shit.
I never knew that. I was just like, wait, what? Wow, I just thought I was black and Indian. They was like, nah.
You a melting pot. Right?
Yeah. Okay. I was like, oh, okay, bet. So it explains a lot, you know, as you start to think back. But yeah, man, I just really, you know, wanted to share that with the listeners and the viewers. Like to always, like, you know, I know we're in 2023. We live a fast pace. We're very busy, and sometimes we let work overcome our lives.
Indeed.
And I just want everybody just to one day just take a step back and call that sister, that cousin, that relative that you was cool with back in the day and just touch bases with them, man. Because at the end of the day, it's all about being with your family and being a collective. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because what was the saying? If you don't know where you're from, you don't know where you're going.
Yeah.
Type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, going through this and going through that, I was like, yo, like this was something that I really wanted to talk about on the pod and just see where my brothers was at with, like, you know, with their family and stuff like that. But that was my last weekend, which was great. I know we got to move on because the story was kind of long with it, but I'm sorry.
We heavy in the time already.
Right. But shout out to John Monopoly. Happy motherfucking birthday. If you don't know who John Monopoly is, I just Google the man. The man's fucking awesome. It was great last night. He had a birthday party on Lake Street. Beautiful crowd. I can tell that it was an all industry crowd in there because John is like a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like a real life celebrity. You know what I'm saying? He's done so much in this industry. Don C is a real life celebrity. He's done stuff with Chevy, Nike, all this stuff. And they're just walking around chilling. Right. No one's really stargaze. And it was a lot of younger ones in there that probably didn't even know the power that was in that room.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Don't know what John Monopoly and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they've done for the culture.
And even shout out to Shake, which was Bump J's manager. Like I ran into him last night. I'm like, bro, like I saw you on the Grammys. You was on the red carpet with like Tiffany Haddish. I saw you hanging out with P. Diddy. He's like, yeah, man, you know, we were producing, writing a lot of stuff. Bump J is in Tokyo right now. He's writing a lot of, working on the new Kanye album and working on some other artists out there. So it was just really good to really connect with that crowd and those people. Shout out to Inglewood Barbie. I spoke to her last night for the first time, seeing her face to face. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope. A lot of people was out there. GLC, shout out to him, really dope. Sharif, congratulations once again. Al Harrington was definitely in the building. Vic Mensa was definitely in the building. It was
because it wasn't just John Monopoly's birthday party. It was a Viola.
So Viola Chicago, John Monopoly is a small partner in Viola Chicago.
And that's Al Harrington's brand.
Al Harrington's brand. And it's another guy from Hyde Park. And please forgive me for not remembering your name, bro. Like, I remember his name, but I'm still fucking
You talking about Mike?
Last name. No. He's a super low-key cat, bro. Like, super low-key. He used to come in Starbucks all the time. He used to throw parties back in the day. Okay. And I remember him telling me, I was like, man, what you doing, parties? And he's like, nah, man, I'm in the cannabis industry now. Like, you know what I'm saying? This was like years ago.
Right.
And one morning, I wake up on the Breakfast Club, and he's on the Breakfast Club with John Monopoly, Al Harrington, and they're talking about Viola and how they started and everything. Now they have one out there in Bridgeview. So make sure y'all check out Viola Chicago.
Black owned
dispensary. Make sure you definitely check them out. And hey man, send us some t-shirts, some hats, you know what I'm saying, some pre-rolls for the you know what I mean?
Well,
just
some hot butter rolls.
Right, some hot butter rolls. Apple butter. No, but for real though, shout out to them guys. So, and Vic Mensa was there last night. He has his brand right here, which is 93 Boys. You know what I'm saying? They was passing out pre-rolls. Okay. So we're going to blaze
it. That was a highlighter at first.
I know, right? We're going to blaze this up while we do the pod eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah, because I'm still like, bro. Like the liquor was infused. It was a good time. It was a good time. I was eating Uncle Remus at 2:30 in the morning. It was great. It was fucking awesome. But man, well, we got some topics today, man.
Yeah, man.
You go ahead and introduce. I gotta pee real quick.
Oh,
I done broke the seal.
Already in.
But I can hear. So just go ahead. And
we don't want to hear, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, you want to hear me piss?
No, bro. God damn.
This is not.
That was too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So first one, Claressa Shields. She's the current women's middleweight champion of the world. Very, very, very talented boxer, man. Been following her career for a while.
She's kind of sexy too.
Well, she's come a long way. Yeah. I'll say that. I will say that. Sexy. I mean, she got it. There have been a couple of times I looked at. Claressa Shields. She's a little. Anyway. Claressa Shields, man. She's a current women's middleweight champion of the world.
Yes.
Right. Women's boxing is is a struggling sport, man. But she's a very big name in it. She's like the name. She's like the most relevant. She's one of the most relevant boxers currently now in terms of name. But definitely by far the most relevant women boxer in the world. She has been trolling Keith Thurman. Now, for those of you who don't know who Keith Thurman is, Keith Thurman was once the welterweight champion of the world. One of them, I forgot. I don't think he was ever unified. I don't think he ever had all the belts, but he was at one time a welterweight champion. He's been kind of dormant for a while. After he had an incident where he broke his hand, and he was out for a while. Then he fought Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao beat him. You kind of really haven't heard too much from him since, but he's been kind of like trolling Terrence Crawford, who we all know just beat the brakes off of Errol Spence, which is in a very surprising fashion. I definitely had Bud winning. I ain't haven't beaten Terrence Crawford ass. I ain't haven't beaten Errol Spence ass like that. But Keith Thurman has been trying, trolling a little bit online, trying to get a fight, trying to get a big fight, trying to get a payday, basically. So Claressa Shields has been trolling Keith Thurman, basically saying that they should fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So from her perspective, obviously she's not saying this, but it's just like, shit, she trying to get a big money fight. You trying to get a big money fight. Hey, man, why don't we help each other out? It could be some, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it could be some, in the era of like, you got people like Jake Paul and, you know what I'm saying? And like all this like kind of like people, they're doing like these boxing matches that are not really like, the glorified exhibition matches basically. Right. You know what I'm saying? So in this era, she just figured, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, let's do it. So she's saying that she's confident that she can outbox him, right? Which is Now she can box. Claressa now Shields got hands now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't because Keith Thurman, like I said, he ain't no slouch. You know what I'm saying?
The only guy that really beat him was Manny Pacquiao, wasn't it? Who else beat him?
I gotta look at his record. But he was always one of those, like, even when he was champion, even when he was undefeated, it was kind of like, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? You ain't the other dudes in the division, you ain't, he never really fought the top dogs in the division for real. And he fought Manny Pacquiao well past his prime and still fucking lost. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But she's basically saying she could outbox him. She said she's bigger than him, which technically she is, because he was fighting welterweight.
He's like 154 or something.
No, it's welterweight's 147. You know what I'm saying? So he probably walks around at like 154, 160, somewhere around there, maybe even 170. But Keith Thurman is on the smaller side. He's 5'7". So Claressa Shields is 5'8", and she fights at middleweight, which is 160. So she probably walks around 175,
At least.
180.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Claressa Shields
more
is
than me.
huge, man.
No.
I'm at once you said what?
No, you ain't won
Yeah,
nothing,
yeah.
nigga.
Yeah, we like, hold up.
You're like, nah, nigga.
I wish.
You like maybe back in the day, nigga, but not
Right,
now,
yeah.
nigga.
I
You
tried
ain't-
on
you ain't
some
won
pants.
shit.
Right. I tried on some pants the other day, like, oh, fuck.
Incredible Hulk.
Right, God, yeah. Anyway, but Thurman has kind of been like, he's been reluctant. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to do that shit. And he basically saying he doesn't understand like why she's fucking with him. Like why you gunning for me? You know what I'm saying? But he said like if fans are actually interested in something like this, then he would do it for you know what I'm saying? He said it's not really in his heart, but he would do it for charity or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But he said like he would like basically he would wear bigger gloves and she would allow her to wear smaller gloves. Now if you wear bigger gloves, it's more cushion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The smaller gloves are more you feel more of the knuckle. You know what I'm saying? It's hard.
I felt them motherfuckers.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he also want her to wear headgear. And he basically said he would only use his jab. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and it's kind of
He says he may use her jab. She's a real boxer. She's the one.
yeah, she's a
gonna-
real boxer, B. But so okay, there's
So do you think if she catches it, if he throws the right and she ducks, it hits him with her right, dead spring into the jaw.
I don't think
You
she can
think
knock
he
him
would?
out.
Think he?
I wouldn't say it's impossible. So she's been like posting footage of her sparring with
saw that.
with men fighters. So first off, it's sparring.
Right.
You
And
know what
they
I'm
was
saying?
holding back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't know that, but anyway, the dudes that she's sparring with aren't the caliber of fucking Keith Thurman, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's also sparring, right? You don't go. You have hard sparring and you have just regular sparring, but in sparring, you're really not going full go. You really just focusing on technique.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You trying to like work on game plans. You trying to get that shit
Exactly,
together.
yeah.
So you ain't really just going all out. You know what I'm saying? So her sparring with men really doesn't do anything for her case in my eyes. Now, me, I watch boxing. I love boxing. Boxing is one of my favorite sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get into that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So for me, like I say, I guess I'm not I'm a trained eye in a sense. But for people that don't know shit about boxing, which is most people,
Well, goddamn.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just a fact. Most people don't know shit
Yeah,
about boxing.
niggas would go to a boxing class for like a month straight. Think they like Mike Tyson or something. I'll knock your ass out. Yeah, your stance is fucked up, man.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like niggas don't even really be knowing like boxing is a very technical, very nuanced sport.
Yeah.
But she's trying to make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, I even if it's for charity, I don't think that's a good look. You know what I'm saying?
Either one of them?
For either one of them. More so for Keith, for sure.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Now, there have been, like, battle of the sexes type things. I know famously, I think back in the day, Billie Jean King, tennis player.
Who she McEnroe? Who she play?
I don't think it was McEnroe. I forgot who she played. But it was kind of like, battle of the sexes saying that. And I remember she won. But, like, so it's been with other sports, things like that happen, but not boxing.
Yeah.
And it's just like to say you play other sports. You don't play boxing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And the thing is, like, Keith Thurman, he may, you know what I'm saying, he may not be what he once was. He's probably at the top of his game. but he was still not that long ago the fucking welterweight champion of the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't like for her, like, and I really think, honestly, I don't think because she's a student of the game. She knows. She knows. You know what I'm saying? She knows. And but in her mind, maybe she really does think that she can beat him. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, man, to be an athlete, especially to get to a certain point to be a champion, you kind of gotta have like this irrational confidence.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So she very well might believe that shit. Oh shit! I think Shawns hitting the weed.
I think it's irrational.
Sean is hitting the weed. This is a public service announcement.
Yeah.
Another moment in Black history. I think it's irrational for both of them because to me, it's really like a domestic abuse case with cameras. Because it's like, I can sit here and say, well, when I box this chick, you know, I'm gonna wear the kid gloves, I'm gonna chill. Right. But when she start hitting you in the face a couple, 3-4 times,
that's
you
what
know
I'm
what I'm saying? You
saying.
might be like,
he might have a flashback like,
man.
Bitch.
I mean, he's a professional. Now, if they really want to make it happen, because in the age of the internet and the age of social media, everything's sensationalized. Because who knows what the fuck might actually happen, right? If like he said, if they want to do it for charity, if it's some shit where, like, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers have on headgear, you know, and like, you know, wearing the proper gloves and all that other shit. Oh, hold on.
The 93 boys got him.
Careful, nigga.
Breathe.
Right. Pat yourself on the back. But you know what I'm saying? Something like when they say they want to do it for charity. You know what I'm saying? Like how it could be to a point where, like, but in no scenario could Keith Thurman just go in there and beat the brakes off Claressa Shields, and it's just like that would be a good thing for anybody, not for him, not for Claressa Shields, not for boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, even if it's for charity, it's just kind of like that's not a good look. I think, you know what I'm saying, you should just let that die down. And I get it because Claressa Shields, man, I actually kind of feel bad for her in a way because she's really talented. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But she really has no contemporaries in her sport, and women's boxing really just isn't like that popular of a sport.
Let me ask you something. Who is her promoter?
I don't know who she signed with.
Because, you know, Jake Paul signed a woman boxer to his promotion team. Like, you know, he's doing like the Mayweather thing. Like, most of his fights is he's done.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a feeling. I was like, that would make sense if she's underneath him.
She needs to do shit like that. She has to get somebody that's gonna build a buzz. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like put fights in front of her that's gonna be competitive. Because I don't know if you guys remember Layla Ali.
Yeah,
she kind of had like the same problem because it was just like, I mean, women's boxing really just isn't that popular for one. And she had the name, she had the cachet, and Layla Ali was bad.
A beast.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and she could box for real. You know what I'm saying? But also she was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And
there's a few of them on there. There's a few.
I mean, no. But women's MMA is actually very popular.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Like
because it's more violent. It's a more violent.
I don't know it is. I wouldn't say it's more violent. It's a different type of violence. Because boxing, I mean,
I think you get hit in the head more in boxing.
Absolutely. I mean, in MMA, more different other shit can happen to you. You can get like your fucking leg broke, your arm broke. You know what I'm saying? Like like, you know, you see like more vicious shit because, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about boxing is everybody's kind of got like there are different styles in boxing, but it's still all boxing.
Exactly, yeah.
In mixed martial arts, it's mostly jiu-jitsu, but you got people in there, they're like world-class wrestlers. A lot of them are world-class wrestlers that then started learning jiu-jitsu. And for those who don't know, jiu-jitsu and wrestling are like cousins in a sense. You know, they're both forms of grappling.
Yep.
I always like I say like jiu-jitsu is just wrestling with submissions in a lot of ways. And then you also have people that like practice like Muay Thai, Taekwondo.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's called mixed martial arts for a reason. Indeed. Right? So there's just more shit that can happen to you. You know what I'm saying? But and I know Claressa tried MMA for a minute.
Did she win at least one, right?
I think she won one, but then she got into like she has no ground game. You can't, and But her being a boxer, and then she's trying to like learn jujitsu, but she's trying to learn it like real fast.
As she goes.
And jujitsu is not a sport that it's not an art that you learn fast.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Is so technical, so nuanced, and it's so counterintuitive to like the way your body really is accustomed to moving.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Like things you really, because like a lot of times it's like you're on your back. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, in guard position.
In high school, I want to say my sophomore year, my father made me try out for the wrestling team.
Nigga, you tried out for the wrestling team?
Get out of here.
I was not a wrestler. 2 weeks. I was like, I'm done.
He's like,
they run the shit out of you in wrestling.
Oh my
He's
God!
like
I'm talking
whooping
about
that
the running, the push-ups, the sit-ups, the suicides.
What year was this? I don't remember that shit at all.
This was when I first got to CVS.
wow.
It was like my freshman year.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? My dad was like, because I wanted to play sports. I love football. I wanted to be a quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
Yeah, I wanted to be a quarterback. Like I was like, I want to be a quarterback. But the
Randall
dude
Cunningham.
he was a way better quarterback than I was. He knew how to do the ball. I was like, okay, this nigga's cold. Like,
Throwing shit in the parking lot.
right? I got
this nigga outside like Uncle Ricky and shit.
hey, I got an arm. Rell would tell you, I throw heat.
Okay.
I could do a good 30-40 and you gonna feel it.
Okay, your ass going.
Oh shit, okay, this nigga got
Okay, this nigga gonna be at Lambo and shit.
yeah, like wrestling is definitely a hard sport because
wrestling's super
I got
hard.
folded every match.
Oh,
Like,
damn, he's like,
yeah, and I was just like, yo, what the hell?
Hey, man.
Because it's really like you said, it's really you have to look at your opponent and measure them up. When, how to strike. You feel what I'm saying? What move you can look at? He's left-handed, so this might be right. You know what I mean? Like figure out the it's a science.
Yeah.
And with her going against she studied this.
Yeah, but it ain't no quick study. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's
And
not,
so
right.
she's been doing boxing like for most of her life, right? So the people that she's fighting against, a lot of these people have been doing jujitsu for that same amount of time.
Yeah.
So it's just like they standing up, and for as long as you standing up, you good. But the minute that fight gets to the ground with somebody that's decent, it's a wrap for you.
twist your ass up.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Twist.
saying? Motherfuckers getting you all types of fucking arm locks, shoulder locks. They about to break your arm. They choking the shit out of you. You
Right,
know what I'm
nigga,
saying?
you in a pretzel.
Yeah. Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that shit, and for anybody that's ever been in a fucking arm bar or a knee bar or a wrist lock or ankle lock or just had the shit choked out of you, nigga, that shit hurts. You know
I
what I'm
don't know
saying?
none of that shit. That shit all sound
Oh,
perverted.
like,
This guy.
oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker put you in an arm bar, man. Your elbow will hurt if they don't break your shit. Your elbow will hurt for a long fucking time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I mean, so I get I know what she wants to be relevant. So doing stuff like this makes her relevant, keeps her name. We talking about her. People are talking about her on the internet. So I get it. But this ain't the move.
So do you think could happen? Either one of you guys think?
I mean,
think it
in this
could,
day and
but-
age, bro, I think
think
anything is fucking possible.
do you think people pay to watch that?
I
Like,
think
I
it
think
can
people.
happen.
I think people will watch it.
I would want to see it, be honest, but I think it sets a bad precedent because I think we have a trend now of women in the name of wokeness, feminism, whatever, you fill in the blank. They're putting themselves in harm's way when it comes to men, whether it's domestic, whether it's the lady at the restaurant, whether her getting a boxing ring with this dude. Now, if she gets hurt seriously,
wait, did you say lady in a restaurant?
yes,
Is that a Waffle House reference?
Nah, nigga. We
Yes.
talking about we talking about the her son and the smoking buddy.
Oh yeah, okay.
yeah, because I'm saying a lot of times when women wouldn't put themselves in this position, and I'm not trying to put a lens on, I'm just saying in today's day and age, a woman find themselves at physical odds with men a lot of times, and a lot of women are feeling more confident. Well, maybe I can do what a man do. Maybe I can kick his ass. Well, if he kicks my ass, then I'm going to go back to being a woman. For hopefully, if this does happen, he doesn't hurt her. Because like I said before, it's one thing to say, well, I'm going to just play with her. But when she start giving you 2 pieces in the chin and nose.
Hey man, like I said, Keith Thurman, former champion, he's a professional. If it was to happen, he would not go in there.
He would know how to shut it down too.
But I don't think he would ever really try to hit her hard. It would just be like a light sparring session. or good sparring.
But
session.
she gonna be giving her best.
Yeah, but that's the thing, and see, this is like, I mean, there are physical differences between men and women.
Anybody can get knocked out though.
I mean, no, this is true, and I'm telling you, Joe, I wouldn't want to take a shot from Claressa Shields, Joe. Claressa got hands, and she got power. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I follow her. Like I really respect her as a boxer. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, but she's still, even with her being at the top of her sport as a woman, like she still probably isn't as good as a decent male prize fighter. Just because of the physical tools, stronger, faster, you know what I'm saying, quicker. It's just what it is. Like somebody, like, she could whoop all our ass.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? She can definitely whoop our ass.
She's still a parking spot in the parking lot.
Oh, you can have it. You can have it.
I hate to come home late to her. Where the fuck you been?
Right. Yeah, nigga.
If a person, if you about to fight somebody and they pat their leg and get in the stance before they finna fight you, you need to be like, you know what, man, it's a misunderstanding.
What I will say is,
misunderstanding.
if you fighting somebody and they plant their back foot, they know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? They know what they doing. But anyway, but no, so I get it for her, right? And you know what I'm saying? And I really, like I said, I really wish there was an avenue for her, or I wish she were really just kind of like, because like if she were just, because she's still, I think she's like 28, right?
Yeah.
If she's been trying to do this, because she had her first MMA match maybe like a year or two ago.
Right.
If she would just dedicate her time, like fully train MMA, like really learn jiu-jitsu, and you spend like 2 or 3 years, I think, because there are plenty of people that compete in MMA, in MMA, in mixed martial arts. They're just like blue belts and purple belts in jiu-jitsu. And you can be at you can go from white to blue in 2 years if you train right, if you train hard. You know what I'm saying? If you really train, in some instances it could be less than that. But it ain't some shit you're gonna pick up in a few months. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to really train. You know what I'm saying? And then at like the same time, like, okay, yeah, you may be a blue belt, but that's only gonna get you to a certain level, because you get in the ring with a motherfucker that's a purple or a brown or a black. It's just like you're. It's gonna be very, very hard for her to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So like, I guess she's in a bad spot with her sport. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't the way. Like if it does happen, I know Keith Thurman wouldn't do anything crazy. You know, so he's a professional. He's not gonna hurt her.
You know what they should do? They should combine women's boxing. They should be the exhibition game right before a WNBA game. Just bring them both together. Hey, I'm about to go.
It's two things motherfuckers don't watch.
He says it's gonna be double empty.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just gonna be more motherfuckers not watching. And this is not talking shit about it, because like I've gone to WNBA games. The motherfuckers can hoop. It's actually fun. It's nice to watch, but it's just it's not marketed. Yeah, like you were. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's not marketed in that way. I mean, I feel like for the WNBA, they've been marketed a lot better. But shit, every year the league takes a loss. Every fucking year since they've been in operation, the league, the WNBA has lost money. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's just one of those sports. And I don't really understand like women's MMA, because they'll have on big UFC cards, they'll have like there'll be a co-main event. You know what I'm saying? Or the main or the main undercard, and it'll be a women's match. And motherfuckers be in there going crazy. Like Amanda Nunes is one. You know what I'm saying? Like Thug Rose, it's a few like you know what I'm saying, like
what happened to
Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
Oh well, she had no hands, and that was the thing. Amanda Nunes is the one that really you know what I'm saying, like ended her shit, because was
the famous knockout hit, right?
Oh yeah, no, she fucked her up. So Ronda Rousey, she was world class in judo, her jiu-jitsu, like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? World class. And she got in there, like, dealing with people, you know what I'm saying? They're like, and like, she was in kind of like early on in women's MMA so Ronda Rousey really is, to her credit, kind of responsible for bringing women's MMA to where it is, because she was the first really popular women's mixed martial artist.
But her whole thing around her was great, though.
Yeah,
right?
and she was good. Like she had her arm bar was vicious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But she had zero stand-up game. She did not know how to box. As soon as she got in there with motherfuckers that knew how to throw hands, she was exposed. You know what I'm saying? And so, but she was good at wrestling. Her judo and her jiu-jitsu, all that shit was world class. She had zero hand, and it was just like, man, that shit would. And then for me, it was kind of like the same thing. We're talking about Claressa. It's just like, bro, you gotta at least work on your head movement or something. If you gonna do this shit,
together, goddammit.
You know what I'm saying?
Get it together.
They need to get together.
Yeah, I mean, but in a mixed martial arts match, Amanda Nunes would. Ronda Rousey would kill Claressa Shields.
No, I'm saying they need to get together and train. Claressa can teach her how to box, and she can teach her how to hit the ground.
Well, it's a little too late for both of them.
Right.
Well, maybe not so much for Claressa, but for Ronda, yeah, her shit been a wrap for a minute. But man. But like I said, shout out to Keith Thurman. Shout out to Claressa Shields, man. Two great boxers, champions in their sports, but they should not fight. It should not happen.
Right.
It shouldn't.
Well.
Man, that's crazy.
That's
time
will tell, man.
Only time will tell. Only time will tell when you be called or on tour to go to a strip club.
This cat.
In the red light district in Amsterdam.
And you eat banana out of somebody's pussy.
Well,
exactly.
Damn.
That's
we went from one restaurant with the hot rolls
right to hot bananas. And it could be hot in more ways than one, nigga. You don't know what the fuck you gonna catch fucking around with.
I wonder, when they have the bananas in their vaginas, do they still got the peel on? Because vagina might squish it. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know. Because I'm thinking it's gonna squish.
I see, because it is, the banana is quite soft. And, you know, if you ever had something that can really, got that gorilla grip on it, if you know what I mean.
What's that thing that some women do?
The Kegels. The
Kegels. Yeah, I'm saying that banana's gonna
you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker been doing the Kegels. They can really, they can squish the shit out of a banana. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you ever.
Maybe they got a holder or something.
Hey, man, that motherfucker, man, that gorilla grip, change your life.
That sense, I thought it was another.
No, you thinking anyway. So you may wonder why the fuck we're talking about this. But if you've heard, you probably understand that we're talking about Lizzo.
Yes.
And there's a new lawsuit that's facing her. I guess it's been going on for like a week or so, something around that time. Yeah, it's been a little bit of time. But there's a lawsuit brought by plaintiffs Crystal Williams, Ariana Davis, and Noel Rodriguez that levels serious allegations, including claims that she created a hostile work environment and engaged in sexual harassment. Among the claims included in the suit is that Lizzo pressured dancers into unwanted sexual situations, made statements that were perceived as thinly veiled comments about dancers' weight gain, and put people through grueling rehearsals that led to one dancer soiling herself. Lizzo began inviting cast members to take turns touching nude performers, catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas, and eating launched motherfuckers in there launching dildos from their vaginas. Hey, I kind of want to see that shit. That's impressive. You can shoot a motherfucking dildo out of your vagina.
I'm glad I got my glasses on.
Catches bullets with his teeth, nigga.
Be out there with goggles and shit.
Right.
Wow.
That shit's crazy.
And eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas. Lizzo.
That's a wild place.
Man, Joe.
Very.
Yeah, there's some crazy shit happening in that motherfucker, bro. No holds barred. Lizzo pushed back against these allegations, claiming that they are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. She has also hired Hollywood lawyer Marty Singer, an attorney who has previously worked with Jonah Hill, Kim Kardashian, and Chris Brown to represent her in the case.
He might win. She might be good because all three of those people.
Yeah. She got a high power motherfucker in there, right? Because we all know Chris Brown had a few motherfucking cases.
Man, y'all. I'm glad Chris exited the game for a second. Remember that Usher shit?
Oh yeah.
And Chris went. You know what? I was tripping.
He just dropped a single with Sierra.
And I watched the video.
Yeah, very talented brother, but you know what I'm saying, he tends to stay in trouble.
Indeed.
Love me every day.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. So other people have been coming out So now that these women have come forward with this lawsuit,
I really think they just clout chasing right there.
it could be.
Yeah,
It could be.
I really think they just trying to get some bread.
So there's a filmmaker by the name of Sophia Nali, and she was actually nominated for an Oscar in 2019.
Oh damn!
For a short called "A Love for Latasha." She went on social media to basically say that she worked on this documentary. She was supposed to be directing this documentary for Lizzo, and she quit after 2 weeks.
Damn.
She just said she had to walk away from the project because she was treated with such disrespect. She was basically saying that she had to leave because of arrogant, self-centered, and unkind behavior from Lizzo. She also added that she was thrown into a shitty situation with little support. So she, you know what I'm saying? So, motherfuckers, whenever people come out, people pile on.
Yeah.
I thought about the perfect title she could do. That she did the Love for Latasha with Lizzo could be Love for Lasagna. No.
Oh shit! God damn, dog. God.
That just came to my head.
Are you not entertained?
Hey,
That's crazy.
lasagna is delicious.
I love lasagna.
Motherfucker make a good lasagna.
Who has the best lasagna in Chicago? Sorry, so
Giordano's?
Nigga, I
Smack
don't.
yourself.
When the last time you went to? I don't go to a restaurant to make lasagna.
Yeah,
Lasagna is some shit your mama make or somebody else mama. Niggas
Cousin,
make lasagna.
auntie or some shit.
Yeah, like I've honestly never gone to a restaurant and ordered lasagna.
I mean, but you never been to you've been to Italian
yeah,
restaurant.
Italian restaurants. I never got lasagna. I've never ordered lasagna.
I never even thought to get that shit.
Yeah, so many other options.
I mean, there is.
Yeah.
There is. But
I'm not saying. I mean, I'm sure there are some delicious lasagnas out here, some Italian restaurants. You know what I'm saying? I've never ordered lasagna because and then it's different because the way we make lasagna and the way they make lasagna is a little different. You know what I'm saying? And you knew used to make some fire-ass lasagna.
Bakari's mom.
She did. But I wasn't even talking about her. JV, nigga. JV used to make some Mexican lasagna. Shout out to my sister JV out there in DC. Man, she used to make this bomb ass lasagna. We're getting off track.
All right.
Yeah. Back to Lizzo.
Yeah, but
She eating a lot of lasagna. She's
but
going
yeah,
to a
man.
lasagna
So,
eating contest.
but obviously, this is her brand because dancers, the people, her dancers are saying that like she was body shaming them for gaining too much weight, right?
The irony, but
Right, and so it's really her brand because she's built so much of it about loving yourself and body positivity, and because she's a bigger girl herself, you know what I'm saying, like so she's like basically like love me as I am type shit. She's been all everywhere with her ass out. You know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying. So
Which
it's
is
like
not pretty.
yeah.
this is not pretty.
So it's like so for her to have these allegations come out against her,
It made me think it's like maybe Lizzo thinks, she has to be the biggest person on stage, literally and figuratively. No, really, because her brand centers around.
like you can't be as big as me, bitch.
I'm just saying.
I gotta be the biggest motherfucker.
Because it's like,
I'm the big bitch on the
how
stage.
can Lizzo be a victim and say y'all fat shaming me when she got these other two bras that's bigger than her behind her? She's got to be the biggest. I'm just saying.
Hey, me honestly, bro, I don't know if I really believe it. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's like some of that shit. I believe that they was probably someplace where
And they said
motherfuckers
they
were
was
shooting.
old allegations too.
I don't know, but I believe they were probably someplace where motherfuckers was shooting
Right.
dildos out of their vagina and motherfuckers were eating their bananas out the vagina. But whether or not she
sounds
actually was
hilarious.
abusive or you know what I'm saying, all this other fat shaming and they're talking about thinly veiled comments. So because when you say shit like that, because that means when you say things like that, that means nothing was direct. So then you leave shit open to interpretation.
Right.
Right. So if she's saying thinly veiled comments, that means that Lizzo ain't come out and say, "Hey, bitch, you getting too fat.
Right.
I need you to lose some weight around this motherfucker."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't said that shit. She may have just said or like shit like, "Hey, so are you getting extra cheese? Are you sure you want extra cheese?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying? and it's shit
would
like
do it
that.
if I was
And and she could be worried about your weight, or she could be worried about you being lactose intolerant. And maybe you don't need all that cheese.
Maybe they couldn't do the
No,
routine.
exactly. We don't know that. So I don't. So like you know what I'm saying. So whenever I hear shit like that, and the way it's kind of coming out now, it could be all true. She could be a mean girl in real life.
She could be.
You know what I'm saying? It could be bullshit. I don't know.
I mean, I think I think most celebrities. I think all celebrities are fucking assholes. Let's just put that out there. I mean, I think you have to be an asshole at some point in time because you don't live like a regular life as everybody else do, right? You can't just go to the store and not get stopped 100 million times. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I think every celebrity are assholes at some point because your life isn't open. Sometimes I may not want to be bothered, bro. Like, I may know you're a fan of mine, but I don't feel like taking a picture with you right now. Okay. Like, I'm getting eggs and milk. I'm going home. I'm making breakfast.
About to make
like,
lasagna,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And somebody may take that as, yo, he was a fucking asshole. And
That's
because tablets like to make money, I saw fucking da-da-da-da. He's an asshole. Really? But tell us about it.
But these people that work with her, you would think she'd be cool with them.
I mean, but that's the thing. But you never know. Like, so everything that they're saying could be true.
And well, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But it was another part where I've heard that a lot of the people were doing the things because the people that did the things, they was always on like special trips with Lizzo.
Yes.
Like,
so they wanted to be in her special circle.
So they was just doing stuff just to be doing it.
But that doesn't
part of the
mean.
game?
But that also doesn't necessarily mean that she made you do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, she created this
Exactly.
environment. Hey man, Lizzo, because there was a clip that resurfaced about her being on an interview some years ago where they were talking about the clubs in Amsterdam where you eat the banana out the vagina.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I want to do that shit. So they could just be how Lizzo go down. You know what I'm saying? Lizzo might be a big ass freak. No pun
I
intended.
could see that.
You know what I'm saying?
I could definitely see
Yeah,
that.
she could just be, you know what I'm saying, out there like that. That could just be what she own. And if you ain't on that, then that's fine. But if you want to kick it with her, if you want to go out with kicking it with Lizzo late night, then you gotta be
going down.
you gotta be going to the places where they're eating the fucking vagina. I mean, eating the banana out the vagina. You know what I'm saying? That's just a part of it.
Maybe these chicks are just mad because in Lizzo's circle, they're not the cool kids.
Well, I don't do that.
Right. So then it's just like, oh, well she's not being inclusive, or she's like, you know what I'm saying? She's not creating a safe environment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
she could really be in there cracking the whip on motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if you want to dance with me, you going to eat this motherfucking banana out of this vagina. You know what I'm saying?
bitch.
She could be in there some Ike Turner shit, talking about eat the motherfucking cake. We don't know. You know what I'm saying?
And
And-
Lizzo, that whole situation's crazy.
You might need a helmet in that restaurant. All the dildos getting launched and shit.
hey, I low key, I'm gonna Google that shit after we
Hey,
do this.
would you date a woman that, like, if you met her and y'all was on a date and you found out what she does and she builds, like, she makes dildos for a living? Would
I
you
thought
still
said
date her?
She could shoot dildo out of
So
coochie.
okay, all right, well, all right. So that was a very odd and specific ass question. I've never met a person that makes
So I'm
dildos.
just saying, but just think about it.
So okay, so first off,
Hypothetically
I feel
speaking.
like most dildos would come off of an assembly line of some sort.
Right, so she
But-
works at a factory. She has to put them in a box, or she measures them, or.
But
you know,
like
make
that's
sure.
different than making dildos because if you're like a but hear me out though,
She
because
handles dicks.
if you're like a craft, like if you're
Dick's
making
Resort.
if you're like crafting handmade dildos,
Yeah.
made to order dildos, you're probably charging a decent amount of money for them. If you actually sell them
That's
shit,
true.
you might be making a decent amount of money. So in that case,
Yeah.
I would absolutely fuck with somebody that was handcrafting dildos.
Even if she can launch it out of coochie.
And if she can do that, I'm definitely fucking with you.
I just want to see it.
Oh no, you like because if you can launch that shit, that means you got that gorilla grip in that motherfucker.
Man.
And yeah, we at least gonna see if we can work out. You know what I'm saying? Now
Pop
whether our
off.
personalities mesh or anything like that,
Oh,
that
my
remains to be
God.
seen. But we at least gonna find out.
You gonna learn today.
Right? Yeah, we gonna see about that shit.
We could be putting shit, different shit in the vagina. Shoot this
Just
out.
imagine, like, just sit there. Hey, can you do it again? Just do it one more time. just one more time.
One more time.
Like you almost made it clear across the room that time. See if you can get it all the way.
Yeah.
See if you
I'm
can get it
about
to the
go-
door.
I'm about to go out for 20. Hit me.
Right. Like we outside on the field and shit. Can you get to the 20-yard line? I'm gonna run to the 20-yard line. I'm seeing
Bitch, you a superhero.
Right.
Goddammit.
Go 10 yards, cut left, slight right.
God damn, shooting bananas. I mean, shooting the motherfucking dildos out the vagina. I got to get me
That
one
should
of
be an
them.
Olympic event. goddamn.
That's fucking insane. I would just say, like, if you would date somebody, you'd be like, "Hey, what you do for a living?"
dildo.
I work at a factory. What do you do at the factory? fuck. Like, you know what I'm
Where
saying?
the fuck is this at?
I make dildos for a living. Eventually, you're gonna find. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm sure there are people that work in factories where they make dildos. You know what I'm saying?
Or work
Like,
at the
that
sex
has-
shop, porno
It was
shop.
just
Yeah, I mean,
sidebar of
people-
the Lizzo shit.
You never know, man. You never know. But but it's kind of crazy though because when it comes to these civil suits, it's just kind of like your word against theirs.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I mean, obviously there can be proof, but I don't know like with anything like that. Are there any audio recordings or any videos, or anything like? So a lot of these cases, you're gonna just rely heavily on like witness testimony.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People testifying under oath and just basically having to take people at their word. You know what I'm saying? If their account is the truth.
But it's also like you said, interpretation though too.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you're in a civil suit, this isn't a criminal court. So when you're in a civil proceeding, the burden of proof is a little bit different. It's not as high. So you know what I'm saying. So and that's why you see a lot of cases where people will settle rather than go through the court proceedings,
Yeah,
and that doesn't also always mean an admission of guilt. You know what I'm saying? It just means that like maybe they just don't want to go through this long drawn out court battle. Maybe there could be some things, you know what I'm saying, like when it's open to interpretation, like you wasn't even really on that. But
Or
this
they hit you
motherfucker's-
with that right ticket.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody got a price.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey Joe, we'll settle for this. We're just like, you know what, man, just to make this motherfucker go away right quick. So, we may see Lizzo settle, and if we do, that doesn't necessarily mean she did it, or it could mean she did. You know what I'm saying? But it's unfortunate, like I said, with these type of things, because like all it really takes, because her brand has already taken a huge hit. You know what I'm saying? Like she
broke up with her.
Oh damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I think she lost. They said she lost like 290,000 followers on Instagram. She got like 13 million though, so that's not. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But she's taken a huge public relations hit from this. You know what I'm saying? So it could be one of those things. With social media, like like the subject of choice changes very quickly, right? Very quickly. By the time this episode comes out, I'm sure there'll be some other shit that didn't happen.
Some other shit
You know what I'm
came
saying?
out.
Right, yeah. And motherfuckers really ain't talking about Lizzo no more.
It'd be a whole nother situation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, for right now, but they going to be going to court, though. They going to see about that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't file this civil suit.
I mean, go ahead. Yeah.
Don't say it's kind of like the chicken to come home to roost, because her brand is pretty much don't body shame me, don't bully me. It's all surrounded by sensitivity, and maybe like you said, she's just being herself. And they just said, well, maybe she's being insensitive to us. You want me to move faster? My ass weighs about 200 pounds. I can't do that. I feel threatened.
I mean, and it is, I don't know, man. It's kind of fucking, I don't know. I just
Grow some balls, people.
well, they're women, so.
Oh shit.
Women have balls now, though. Just saying. Oh my God. I'm just saying.
They don't have balls. They don't. These women.
Some will argue with you now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying, and I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. I want to know how this is gonna turn out personally. But the memes that have come out of this, the jokes, the internet, man.
The internet is key. Like I want to know, like who is
this
that
meme person?
Who is the meme person?
And they be so quick with the shit too.
Like show yourself.
But there are multiple meme people.
Indeed.
But like, do we even know who they are?
I have no idea.
What happened if the meme shit is like AI?
Yeah.
It's always been
wouldn't
AI.
be
I'm sure some of it is. But it was like it was my favorite one I saw was they got the shit where it's like like they had a picture and like 4 boxes and the picture would fade into somebody else.
Oh yeah.
And it went from Lizzo to old girl in Players Club. Like, so this is how she be having the motherfuckers in rehearsal. Like motherfucking Ronnie from Players Club. Remember?
I remember that big tall light skin chick.
Yeah, man.
You gonna strip for my cousin?
Right. You gonna strip for junior birthday, a bachelor party?
I want you to eat a banana.
See, it's gonna be dancing and that's it.
Eat that banana split hole.
No, Lizzo. I hope you get out of it.
Yeah, man. She got a big problem. No pun intended.
This guy.
There's so many jokes in this whole
It
thing.
is,
Like
yeah.
it
It is.
I mean, but like I said, it would be very fucking ironic if, in fact, she is in there
I don't doubt.
body shaming, and because the thing is, like,
would be crazy.
And, for people that grew up a little bit bigger, you know what I'm saying? All the fat jokes and shit that people get. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, it can be hard growing up a chubby kid. I was a chubby kid. You know what I'm saying? People used to try to dig jokes about me and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to take offense when I was a kid, and I grew up and I learned how to start talking about motherfuckers back, and shit changed.
Nice.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? But sometimes, like, people never really get over that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So Lizzo could be dealing with some of that herself. She could be, like, projecting in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, feel like, so you never know. You never know what people are doing. Or she could just be an asshole.
Yeah.
She could be a mean girl in real life. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. Nobody's above that shit.
Maybe she's mad because she can't lose weight because she can afford whatever treatment or diet there is, but fat is so much a part of her brand, she can't lose weight.
She has made being fat a part of her brand for real.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But if you market it right, it can be successful.
I'm sure
because you go from this, like you said, she's a heavyset girl. Shout out to all the beautiful women out there. No matter what size you are beautiful regardless. You know what I'm saying? These are
wrong with a big girl.
These are just comments. This is not our actual thoughts and feelings about you. But you know what I'm saying? There are these type of women out here like that.
But she's the champion for the bigger girl. So if Lizzo loses 100 pounds.
But that can also motivate a whole bunch of other people to eat healthy.
Or they could be like you. Or they could be like, you betrayed us.
Yep.
You was one of us.
That too.
They did when she lost weight.
Like, because he'd be like, oh, you were like, so like, so because it would be like they could make her sound like she was fat phobic, because I've seen that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, motherfucker be bigger and they lose weight, and then like people will say that because they're fat phobic because they wanted to lose weight, which is
insane.
That's
wanted to better my. Just think about it. I want to better my health. You know what I'm saying? I could do 6 years, 10 million records as a big girl, showing love to the big girls. But now I don't want to be big anymore. I want to lose weight.
And some people,
like Cardi B not want to be black anymore.
But think about it. Well, real quick, how much money that could bring. Now I can set myself up with a $60 million athletic company, and I could be the girl that went from 300-400 pounds to like 175 at 180.
But I think they're like the enemy, like the Victoria's Secret models are the enemy of Lizzo's core.
Yeah, that there's some truth to that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, and I mean, you touched on it a little bit. I mean, there is a health component to this, like right, like body shaming, all that shit aside. Like if you are bigger, that's not better for you. Not everybody isn't going to be a size 2 or 6 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
you just got to be at a size that's healthy for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like people are different. Your body mass, exactly. Your body mass index, all that other stuff, man. It's different for everybody. Like how people carry fat, where they carry it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that stuff is different. Like just like with me, like I was once bigger, but I ain't never gonna be fucking skinny. I'm a natural.
You was bigger than me, and now I'm bigger than you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Should we call that the Lizzo effect?
That's crazy. That is wild as fuck.
But, I'm fat as fuck now. I don't even want to talk about it.
Man, you just struck a nerve, man. You all right over there?
This guy, right?
Like, it sucks, man. Fucking sucks.
Honestly, I have been losing a little weight though. Like my
but you want to lose weight because you know that it's healthier for you.
Exactly.
Having that extra weight on you is not healthy in the long term, and that has nothing to do with fat shaming. That's just the reality of life. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean like everybody's going to be skinny, but when you're carrying around excess weight over the long run, that can definitely lead to health problems. You know what I mean?
And I'm surprised Lizzo didn't lose it, because I mean she
caused some backlash for that though.
But I'm just saying, but
she be dancing and shit going on
right.
Tour. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The thing about it is
she eating too many bananas. She can't. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of sugar.
That's all she eats.
Launch it at me now.
It's a lot of sugar in bananas.
Everything is bananas. I want banana pancakes, banana French toast,
banana nut muffins, banana bread.
These cats.
God damn, we just gonna get canceled now. Please, don't be easily offended. These are just jokes. Hey, but yeah, I just totally forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah,
I think you was gonna say. I mean, all the dancing she do, you would think
all the dancing you would think she would lose weight because you're touring, you're running. everywhere.
So that asks the question: if through all this strenuous exercise and practice and all that, you would generally just lose weight through that. The question would be: is she maintaining the weight? Maybe she's bringing in the extra calories to counteract all her exercise.
I mean, you know,
Maintain her
there
fatness.
is. I mean, because you can't outwork a bad diet. We don't know. You know, we don't know.
I'm just speculating.
We don't know. The only thing we know that she likes to eat apparently right now is bananas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We know she likes bananas. Other than that, we don't know
She
anything.
like the Bubba bananas. Remember Bubba from Forrest Gump?
Oh, yeah, shit.
Shrimp.
Oh, shrimp.
Gump, Cobra.
Right.
This cat.
Yeah, stupid. Yeah, man. But, you know, so we'll see how this is going to play out. You know?
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Lizzo.
Shout out to Lizzo. We love you. I mean, you know, you
Her music's not even that bad.
it's not.
It's not bad.
And,
You know, it's a couple of songs.
You know,
I'm like,
I don't,
okay.
I don't know not one fucking Lizzo song.
What?
I can't name it. I can't
Oh,
name
that
it.
is a Lizzo song.
I
yeah.
can't name it, but if it came on, I would know the words.
I just know she plays the flute or some shit. It's just
And why
like,
she always got to shake
that's
her
weird.
booty when she played the flute? When she played the flute, she take her pants off. I'm like, what you doing?
take her pants off? to play
Yeah,
the
one.
flute?
If you look it up, she was playing the flute and then she like took her pants off, started shaking her booty and shit.
While she was playing the flute?
Yeah,
she
on
feels-
stage.
I want
she
to say
feels-
playing the flute is probably one of the most non-sexual things you could possibly
Hey,
do.
she's
You know what I'm saying? Like, there is nothing sexy about
what
playing
would
the
happen
flute.
if you get to a young lady's house
oh shit.
and she comes in the room
All right,
and she like, I'm about to get more comfortable,
Uh-huh.
and you like, all right,
cool.
You think it's going down?
Where is this going?
You know what I'm saying? And she comes out butt ass naked. You like,
man.
yes, it's
Okay,
about to go down.
All right, now.
And she pulls out a flute and just sits on the bed and plays.
Is she playing with a pussy?
No,
Because if she's not playing with a pussy, I'm probably going to leave.
What is she playing on that flute?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Because if somebody just comes out of nowhere, comes outside naked, and then starts playing the flute, my nigga, that's a serial killer shit. You know what I'm saying? It is time to leave, my nigga.
might start coming in that
no,
bitch.
hell no. This motherfucker came out butt naked playing the flute, nigga, I'm gone. Before this motherfucker chops me up and I end up in the fucking freezer.
Sound like
You know
an
what I'm
arch
saying?
enemy
No,
from
ain't no
Batman.
normal person doing no shit like that. That's crazy. Now, if she playing it with her vagina, I'm staying.
it's a show.
I'm staying.
That'd be a hell of
I'm
a
calling
skill.
motherfucker as soon as I leave. Like, hey, Joe, you ain't gonna believe this shit.
Video and shit.
This motherfucker played the flute with a vagina, nigga. I've been over our house for 2 days, nigga. I didn't miss work and everything.
To all the listeners out here, how many times have you ever called your best friend and be like, yo, last night, my nigga?
Oh, I've done
Like, when you first hear those 3-4 words, you like, nigga, what happened?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe. You ain't gonna believe.
I was on the
I
west
did
side
that
in
my
the
first
circle.
my first threesome. I did that. I
Yeah?
had to call my dog. I said, bro, you didn't believe what I just did.
Hey,
bro.
yeah, I think everybody has made that phone call.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, I've
You
made
can't even
quite a
believe
few.
it. Like,
Yeah.
nigga.
Right. It's a good time in life.
Oh yeah.
It's a good time in life. Man, I'm glad today happened, man. Hey man, shout out to 93 Boys, man. That shit this
Yeah,
was pretty
yeah,
fire.
yeah, it's
that was pretty awesome.
Pretty exceptional. Pretty
Pretty
exceptional, man.
Do we have something else to talk about?
No, that was it, man. That's it. Yeah,
I just wanna
we
say,
had a good time.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
man.
the end of the school year. It's about to be October, so everybody don't forget about Freakoween.
Oh,
Freaker Ween coming right back around the corner. Freaker Ween again.
What y'all gonna do this time?
We go, hey, I'm gonna bring some bananas and dildos. Hopefully somebody.
Hey, you know what? The other day I was at work. Oh wait, oh yeah. Shout out to the Black Women Expo. Great time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But quick sidebar. Downstairs they had a Harry Potter convention. I had to work last night, so it's like basically
my
people.
kid would have loved that shit.
They was all dressed up as
Harry Potter people.
and they actually
in the school, like Hufflepuff, Slytherin.
yes, they
all
had
that
the
shit.
whole shits on.
Yeah, the
Nice.
little robes and shit they be wearing. Yeah.
Them motherfuckers drink,
Oh yeah.
and they got fucked up and they danced.
Oh, nice.
It's only like 3 dances that those people do in that sense.
Those people.
Those
Oh.
sometimes you gotta talk to them like how they talk to us. Sometimes,
Are
yeah.
you a potterist? I
Those
don't know what you
people.
call that.
But now
pothead?
I totally forgot because I smoke pot where I was going with that. I'm sorry.
This guy.
I just totally.
But the Black Women Expo.
Yeah, the Black Woman Expo was great. I meant to mention earlier. I did mention earlier, but one thing that I liked about that was it was a lot of daughters, mothers and daughters, and a lot of fathers and daughters.
That was beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Saturday they actually brought a lot of shit. Like everybody had bags.
That's
It was a
awesome.
great time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
awesome.
You ever heard of a pot roast cupcake?
Yeah,
That does not.
Yeah.
Is it made out of meat or cake?
It's made. It's actually cornbread.
cornbread. Yeah, it's cornbread.
And then it's mashed potatoes, gravy, and cheese, and pot roast on top.
Well, goddamn.
And they give it to you. It's served like a cupcake.
Okay, now that sounds good.
Yeah. I've heard that. I've had that shit
good.
before. I had one. It's pretty fine.
But
Yeah, man.
Was
Shout
anybody
out to
selling
my
dildos there? No?
my kid is starting high school
Oh, what?
in a couple of weeks.
man.
A week from Thursday. A week from Thursday, man.
This is the last
Yeah.
summer of
Yeah.
being a kid.
Yeah, so we go. Yeah, we
So
going.
how do you feel about this?
Yeah,
Oh man, Joe,
that's
it's
major,
crazy.
bro.
It's wild. We
High
going
school.
to so we about to go to we leave for San Diego on Friday. She wanted to go to San Diego.
Nice.
So you know what I'm saying? So about to start high school. She about to have a golden birthday. She turns 15 on the 15th of September.
Wow.
That's
You know what I'm
dope.
They grow
yeah,
fast.
yeah, man, Joe. So we about to so we gonna do that, man. And then when she comes back, we get back on that Monday, and then that Thursday, man, she start. And technically, she started already, because she went to summer school, but now she gonna be starting her first full semester of high school, first semester of her freshman year, man.
Oh, wow.
Don't cry when you drop her off.
Oh man, yeah, nah. And I'm definitely because I take her first day of school is a yearly thing. You know what I'm saying? For us,
Nice.
like I always take her out there.
Yeah.
I actually her first day of school last year I dropped her off at HF because she was taking high school math and it was her first class of the day.
Oh damn.
So
Okay.
so this will actually be my second time taking her to HF. But we got like a little tradition. We stop. It's a little bagel shop that we go to out there. We stop out there, get some food, and then what I'm saying, I drop off. So it's a whole thing. So
Oh yeah, man. It was, but yeah, man. It's a good thing when these teenagers get teenaging.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about it, you know what the most crazy thing I found out, not found out, but just in general, that your kids' friends, parents are sometimes, you know them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went to high school with them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting to that age and that point where, like, you're talking to people and you're like, man, you got a teenager? Did we date at, like, in 96? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just random stuff like that.
You know Chicago.
Well,
small.
what if you're dating
Yeah.
somebody like that's your mama? I know her.
Bro,
Or what if one of your kids' friends come over like, that's your mama? Oh shit, man, your mama, Joe, man. Back in the day,
got
man.
you know, that's everybody hates that shit. Everybody hates that shit. Like, what you mean, fam?
Right. Hey,
Talk
dog.
about, dog.
Ain't no hold up. Get this.
Are you talking about Monique?
Oh, the freak.
Monique from over
Hey,
87?
look, when you
Oh shit, nigga.
She still do that.
she
She still that thing with the bananas?
She had the
With my
tattoo
eye
on
out.
the tattoo on the right cheek. Oh yeah.
All right,
That's
we
gonna
gotta
be
get
your
out of here, man.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here, man. Hey, man, tell the people where they can follow you at, man. What's going on?
I'm on Instagram, just Sean the Comic. You understand me? You might find me in the GI. You might find me at Evergreen Plaza. Goddammit. You know what I'm talking about?
Why he sniff?
That sniffle, man.
That
It gets
sniffle.
me every time. It's
Every
so
time.
it's so strange.
You know what I'm talking
Rell the producer 914 on Instagram, 914 Media Group also on Instagram.
All right, man. This is Easily Offended Podcast, man. Make sure y'all follow us, man. Hey, shout out to everybody that we talked about. Like, shout out to my cousins, the Pulaski. Shout out to the
What
viewers.
up, Keela?
Right. Shout out to the viewers, the listeners, everybody that came and supported. Thank you for your blessings and thank you for your views. Thank you for your likes and your comments. Make sure you follow us on eoppodcast.com. The video is down. We still need that intro. You know what I'm
We
saying?
gonna figure that. We gonna figure
We're
that.
going to figure that out. But we're here, man. Easily Offended Podcast, man. Y'all have a great time. Be blessed, man. We out.
Oh, damn.
This Chicago.
Niggas say Shawns City on style.